Hello and welcome to another edition of Pelham School District Today. With us today is Alyssa Saunders, who is the band director at Pelham Memorial School, and she has brought along some of her students in band. We have both Melanie and Megan Sousa, as well as Victoria Glore and Tristan Archer. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, a couple of questions. What's changed about our band program in the past few years?
Well, since I've got here, the band program has grown quite a bit. There were 21 kids in 7th and 8th grade band the first year, and this year there are 56. So we've had
So it's more than doubled.
We've had quite an increase, right? 6th grade band has also grown. There were 28 the first year, and this year there are 40. So that will continue to hopefully grow. We've also been able to add some color instruments, tuba, French horn, bass clarinet, some.
What's a color instrument mean?
It's an instrument that adds a different sort of a tone to the band.
Oh,
There's
okay.
some kind of standard instruments that the kids start in 4th grade, clarinet, flute, saxophone, sort of the typical instruments. And then as the kids grow and can handle a larger size instrument, we're able to add some that have a bit different sound. Like bari sax sounds a lot different than the saxophone they start on. So,
Excellent. What do you think the program will look like in the future?
hopefully it will continue to grow, we hope. We're hoping to add some private lesson programs and maybe a few more ensembles, increase the offerings as the number of students grows. And we're also working really hard to do a linear program between the elementary school and the high school, so we're hoping to do a few more events with all the schools combined.
And we do actually have an event coming up
Right.
with all the schools combined. That'll be Tuesday, April 5th.
Correct.
And it will be a fine arts night, and all three schools will be there for our music ensembles and groups, as well as our art programs. So that will be exciting. And when you say that you expect the band to grow, we kind of know that's going to happen, or anticipate that's going to happen, because I think in 4th grade we had over 80. Did that sound right?
Yes, there is exactly 50% of the 4th
Yeah.
grade is enrolled in band, 87 kids, I think.
So 87 students are enrolled in band just in the 4th grade. So it's pretty amazing. So it's only going to get bigger. We're looking at a new space for you all, because I think on the stage it's not going to be very successful much longer. It's too small for you all as you grow. So more changes coming at the middle school as well. So March is Music in Our Schools Month. And so we're talking a little bit about music. What special events are offered for band students in that month?
Well, they're going to talk a little bit more in detail, but
Okay.
we start with Band APalooza, which we actually run from the week before February vacation into March, and culminates with an event the first Friday in March. And then we have contest, which was last Saturday. And then this year we'll finish up with Fine Arts Night, which happens to go into the beginning of April. But
So why don't you tell me a little bit about Band APalooza?
Okay, so it's this 2-week-long event, and basically for February vacation, we all get a practice log and we practice our scales, and you get put into different groups, and whatever scale you complete, you get points for your group. And there's also a trivia every day that you get points for if you get it correct. And the day of the event, there's a guest conductor, and this year it was from Keene State. And we practice for 2 hours, and then we eat a lot of food, and then we just play a bunch of games for 2 hours, a bunch of team building games that you can also get points for. And whoever gets the most amount of points at the end of the night wins. Band APalooza.
And actually, we received a letter from the guest conductor about our program at the middle school and how impressed he was. He's been a guest conductor in other schools and done other programs, and he just was amazed at the quality of your sound and your dedication, and it was really exciting. So that's a great compliment to you all as a group. How did the whole Band APalooza thing start, and what benefits does it have for the program?
It started 2 years ago, and we just wanted an activity to teach us more about band, and so we could perform with someone with a different ear, because it benefits us, because we get advice from someone that's she's Miss Saunders is obviously a professional, but he teaches us about things that we haven't listened for before, so we benefit from that. And we also learn about team building and working together with the games.
Because I can tell you, if you're in a band and you can't work together with the other people that are playing, it's not going to sound very good. Yeah. So that's excellent. So the band recently received an A rating just this past weekend, right?
Right, last
Yep.
Saturday.
Yeah, at the New Hampshire Music Educators Association Large Group Festival. So how did that happen?
Well, so what we do is we prepare 3 pieces. One we pick from a catalog, 2 we choose ourselves. And they're all different. We did a slow one, a march, and a fast piece. And then we prepare those, and then when we go to group contests at a different school, we play them in front of 3 judges, and then they score us on a sheet. And then
So how do you prepare the pieces? What does that
Well,
entail?
we practice a lot with Mrs. Saunders. She tells us like what articulations we need to work on, what notes are there, key signatures, and stuff like that.
There's a lot of practice at school as well as at
Mhm.
home. How many of you practice regularly at home? Good, very good. This is why you're so successful. So good. What additional activities do you do in band?
Well,
that
Tristan,
one.
do you want to talk about the glass breaking? Did you do that last year?
Yes, we
Okay.
did that. Well, you may have heard that certain people can break glass with their voices if they sing at a high enough note.
Yeah.
We did, in fact, try to break glass. We watched some videos of other people who tried to do this, who have managed to do this. I don't think any of us did it, but it was very fun.
Okay. And so what do you need to do to try to break the glass? I'm sure there's something there other than just be loud.
Yeah.
Well, you need to reach a certain note. You need to reach a very high note, and the sound waves will vibrate the glass at such a high speed it'll shatter.
Are there any instruments that can do that? Do you know?
Probably not. It's typically the human voice. You need a certain richness of frequency. It has to be not only the pitch but the overtones. We learned this from Mythbusters, but you determine the frequency from the glass, and you need sort of the richness of the human voice. And so we do it amplified and unamplified, and no one's done it yet, but it's been pretty fun to study about it. So we do a lot of composing too. 6th grade right now are writing duets, and they're also writing a theme and variations. And then their next project is they're going to be writing pieces for a band, 6th grade band to play.
Wow.
So-
So we're going to have our own
Yep.
composers.
That's right.
Excellent. Have any of you composed something?
Just the stuff
Kind
in
of.
class, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, just the stuff in class. So you have done it. You have composed. So have you played any of it? Did it sound good?
Well, we did variations on a Mozart song, and we put like twists on it, and it actually sounded pretty good, some of the stuff we composed.
So if I was going to ask you if there's somebody out there watching that's considering going into band, what would you tell them and why?
I would tell them that whatever instrument they choose, they have to think about it, and are they going to play it for a while? Are they comfortable with the instrument, and do they love playing music?
Okay. What'd you tell
I
'em?
definitely join it. I hate the status quo that band is not cool, but you just make such a big family when you go there, and like everyone just gets really close. That like it doesn't even matter. You just go there to have fun and like learn more about your instrument.
Well, I think band is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into band other than just playing an instrument. Like we talked about, there's that teamwork. There's the just the camaraderie, and you have people to do things with. So, what would you say? Would you tell them to do it, and why?
Well, yeah, you should definitely do band, because you learn more than just like notes and articulations. You learn more about different composers and like how they write music, and you just don't learn about just the notes on the page. You learn more about that, and you also work with each other, and you work as like a team to sound good, so you get closer with everybody.
How about you, Tristan? What would you say?
Well, as a member of the band, it would be impossible for me to say anything bad about it.
Well, not true, but you probably wouldn't want to.
When you enter the band, it's more than just a group of musicians. It is a family. You form long-lasting bonds with people you may not have known before. you sit with them in your instrument section, maybe. You go on field trips, sort of. You have concerts. It's a very deep feeling. It lasts throughout your whole life. You get out of band.
So then who wouldn't want to do band, right?
That's what
And
I'd
that
say.
must
Who
be
wouldn't
why
want
over
to?
50% of our fourth graders have decided that they
That's
want
right.
to start with band, because you've set such a great model for them, and it's exciting. And I know there's a lot of other things that you do within band that we haven't even touched on today, but I do appreciate you coming in and talking to us a little bit about it. What are you most excited about that's coming up?
Well, we have Fine Arts Night, like you said, on the
Yeah.
5th,
Okay.
and we're going to, that's going to be fun. It's going to be the first time ever we've attempted to put every band student together in a piece from grades 4 through 12.
Oh, that will be exciting.
There'll be around 200 kids playing at once, so that will be really fun.
Have you
and
picked what they're playing yet?
We have, but we're not going to tell you. You have to go to
It's a
find
secret.
out. Yep. And then of course our spring concert is always great. That is Monday, June 6th. So be playing a lot of things. That we're playing Star Wars. Our Tempo Tantrums, which is our jazz band program, will be playing. So it's gonna be good.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming and sharing a little bit about the music program or the band program at the middle school. And thank you for joining us for another edition of Pelham School District Today.